Hell yeah, nigga. Splash, what's up? Holla at your boy. Don't worry.
TV.
Planet of the Crates, we're gonna do the next year's Splash Festival. We there. We love Splash.
Off the hizzle, watch it sizzle like peroxide. Slap my cock between your eyes. Now you cock-eyed cocksucker. You can't fuck with the nuts. Ask your girl, cause she's sucking the
Duck season. This was a beat where Babu wanted to get all three of us again, you know, Beatnuts, Psycho Les, Juju, and Fashion on it. We recorded this shit in D&D Studios, I'll never forget, because that's Showbiz Studio, that's Premier's studio, you know, so I remember Showbiz was there was a lot of people there, so we recorded, we laid our verses down, and that's it. We sent it back, the rest is history, you know. That's what I remember, D&D, as soon as I say this.
It's the hard little pistol packing punk, dope smuggler, lethal when I kill, I go straight for the
See this little EP we're holding on right here? This is the beginning of everything, baby. 1993. Beatnuts, baby. First record, independent. Before this, we produced the entire Chi Ali album, The Fabulous Chi. We did a lot of things before this, you know what I'm saying? We had to prove ourselves as producers before we did this. But you know, we had a couple of joints on there. World Famous, Reign of the Tech, Psycho Dorf. I wanna fuck, drink beer, and smoke some shit. A lot of shit on here. And, you know, this was a beginning for us, you know, as artists. It was amazing for us to do this, you know what I'm saying? Tonight I'm in Munster with Rakim and Smith & Wesson and Premier. You know, so many years after this, it's good, you know what I'm saying? Just to look back and really reminisce. And to thank the Germans for showing us so much love, because the Germans, come on, man. You guys was listening to good music way before this.
The only thing major, don't waste his time in bed. My timing is rare. Take time to prepare. No time for fear. How many times I said it this year?
This shit was a remix that I did. I found this ill beat, I did the remix, and you know, we was going back and forth. We did it over on, you know, through the email, sending back and forth. So I did the remix, I sent it back to them. And you know, for the chorus, I told them I wanted them to join in and play some little things. So that was it, basically, you know. Yeah. I love that beat, you know. That shit is classic, you know. The instrumental of that is retarded. Mos Def, come on, they killed that shit, you know. So that shit is classic.
I gave you fair warning, beware,
Yo,
beware.
what you thought punk shit was sweet, now you can't sleep. Gotta keep your eyes open wide and hide your face from the streets. I'm like the beast with a...
Right here we have one of the best MCs in the history of hip hop. Right here. This dude right here, man, not only was he an amazing friend to me, but I think he was one of the best rappers of all time. My nigga Pun, baby. On top of being the funniest guy ever in the world, but this particular album right now, his first album, I didn't really have too much faith in myself in the time when I did this production, and you know, he was kind enough, man, to show me love, man, and you know, let me do the intro to the album. You know what I'm saying? So that song Beware was produced by me. So I gave you fair warning. Beware. Big Pun forever, man.
The fire, New York is drinking it. The all of California is drinking it.
Speaking about Mos Def, this shit, we was in the studio recording Musical Massacre at the time. And Chung King Studios in Manhattan. We was on one side of the studio and Mos was on the other side working. So, you know, we friends and shit. So he would come through to our session. We'll play him some beats. We'll go over to his session. Back and forth. He ended up taking 4 beats of mine. And he used 2 of them on this shit. He used one other beat on some other shit. And then there's one beat that he still hasn't used. So he has it somewhere.
Yo, we at the weed gate waiting for Jake. We want 8 ravioli bags, 2 thirsty villains yelling bellyaches.
And then my man right here, baby, Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Ghostface Killah. I know a lot of you are like, wait a minute. Juju, Ghostface Killah? You don't really, yeah, Juju, Beatnuts, Ghostface, yeah, nigga. A song called One, right here, you see it. A song called One, produced by your man, Big Jew. Big shout out to my nigga Maddie C and Scott Free, who were the executive producers on here. My nigga Ghost, who heard the shit back when it was just tapes. Wasn't even like a CD or nothing. It was tapes back then. I remember I gave my nigga a TDK. That nigga was like, I'ma rock that shit. To me, it's important what the niggas from the street think about my music. You know what I mean? I want respect wherever I go. So my music included. You know what I mean? So, love, man. Germany. Always lots of love, man.
I know you're tired of bouncing, so check this here. We got the neck-breaking, club-shaking beat for this year. Yeah, so keep the stilo and the flow. I got your head nodding, cause your neck already knows. So
this shit is my boy Big Beat Records, Reef. Big up to Reef. He does beats for G-Unit and all them niggas. So he used to be an A&R over at Big Beat Records. I gave him some beats. And one time, he was playing the beats, he was playing this beat in his office. He was playing that shit in his office, mad loud. And Mad Skillz was outside of the office, and he ran in the office like, yo, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck? He was like, yo, relax, that's my boy, Psycho Lex. It's like, yo, I wanna use that shit, I wanna use it. And that's history right there. And he used that shit, and the rest is, Brief was calling me like, yo, Skillz wants to use that shit. Let's go in the studio, boom, let's do it. Boom, dropped it, and shit. Head nod factor.
So you heard the version that Madlib dropped for the Quasimodo project. I think it was the Broad Factor.
I know you're tired of dumb shit, so check this hit. I see the neck breaking, butt shaking freaks in this
Broad Factor? What do you mean? He did something?
He flipped the same sample on the Quasimodo project.
Not like me though.
In the same way.
Same way? He flipped it? He caught the pieces?
And he caught the song Broad Factor.
What? And did he mention my name anywhere?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he better not mention my name, you know. You know who the originators are, but it's all good, you know.
No, it's Madlib, please.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hell yeah. Nah, it's all love, man. You know, everybody knows who the originators are. Just like when you hear that J-Lo shit, you already know who the originators are. I don't gotta tell you, you know.